For that ball over her left shoulder, that makes it difficult, and it's short. It's just a tough ball to handle.
And touched by Nebraska there and Maloney. There's no doubt where Nebraska was trying to serve the ball the last few times.
Absolutely, and really trying to jam things up. A nice job here by Prince to find
instruction from the sideline as Hunter going right at that same position in the right front. Nice dig by Maloney. And the scramble. Fecky, too long that time.
Fecky taking that ball, kind of coming over his shoulder from that middle back, because the tough one, you don't have a good vision of the court. Just didn't get on top of the ball.
18-13 lead for the Huskers here in set number 1. And a serve for Illinois.
That's a 10th on the season here for Poulter. Just really a communication error here on Nebraska serve receive. They've made some adjustments. You can see as they push Sweet up. And Ani says, I'll take that.
Poulter serves it out of bounds to put the Huskers up 19-14. Huskers, the Big Ten defending champion. Illinois coming off a season where they missed the NCAA tournament, and Chris Thomas trying to right the ship here. Illinois has beaten all the unranked teams that they've played.
Makes a difference and gives your team a chance to terminate. Keeping that ball alive, frustrating the opponent.
Keep in mind, Illinois coming in here on a 4-game win streak, 4-match win streak, including coming from behind in the 5th set at Iowa just last night. And off high hands there, Fecky able to get a point back for Nebraska.
Yes, this Illinois team is a tough team, and again, mentally tough. As you mentioned last night, they could have folded in that 5th set. They did not. They came back, they fought hard, and again, I think they bring that in this match tonight too.
Fecky with the tip. Illinois right there to pick it up. Tooling it off the hands, Beth Prince, the 6'3" redshirt sophomore.
Prince really doing a nice job there, working the outside hands of Hunter, turning that ball, getting a big point for Illinois.
The back set, and another nice block. So we've really seen Illinois get it together at the net. They have been making it very difficult for Nebraska.
Absolutely, we're seeing a difference in the block of Illinois in set number 2. Chris Thomas probably gave some adjustments, talked about some things in that break in between at the end of set number 1. And Illinois is making those adjustments and really challenging Nebraska with their block this time.
So Albright comes back to stop the run out of the back row. So we talk about how Chris Thomas has been a part of the Nebraska coaching staff the last 2 years, now the head coach at Illinois, and that has to make a difference in knowing John Cook's system so intimately.
Absolutely, and you know, coaches know how the other coaches tend to approach the match or the games, but this is a pretty close relationship here, and I think Coach Thomas, too, knowing some of those things definitely has to be an advantage.
And there's a lot changed for Nebraska with 3 All-Americans graduating and players playing new rotation, new positions, stepping into new roles, but there's still a lot the same at Nebraska.
Yeah, the same, and again, approaches and philosophies, those things don't change, and I think that's the things that Coach Thomas brings into this as well. Just a huge swing here. Again, really, Illinois is getting that offense going and heating up.
From the right side this time, rattling it between the blocker's arms.
In that serve-receive rotation, Nebraska leaves Fecky on that right side, and that's just, again, a different look. And Fecky pounds it through right in the seam of the block.
So Fecky steps back to serve. Down 16-13, the biggest lead of the set has been a 4-point lead for Illinois. And and they're able to get the kill. So Illinois really battling here in the second set. Megan Cooney, one of those freshmen, Omazik, another freshman, making an impact in this game for the Illini.
And really out of system, Nebraska's blockers who has been the hot hand, definitely comes through. She's 8 kills, hitting .889 tonight.
Wow. Emmaline Walters, the back set, and Illinois almost able to scramble there.
You know, it's different trying to find a way. She was hot early on and then has struggled here in set number 2. A couple in the tape, got blocked, just mixing things up a little bit. And gets this one.
So Maloney to serve, down 2 here in the second set. Taking a look, setting up Bastianelli. Here's a chance for Nebraska. Big swing down the line, and nice pickup that time by Welsh. Hunter pushing it out to Fecky. Boy, Fecky trying to find that down the line, but Welsh has been there both times. Holman into the block, and Illinois goes up 3.
Big block there for Illinois, just shutting it down for Holman as she comes around on that slide. Right there, sealed it, pushed it right on in to the middle of the court. A lot of to this lead.
Nebraska pushes it out to the pin. Nice cross-court shot by Fecky. They go back to Fecky, and she cranks on that one.
She is a heavy hitter, and there's power behind that ball. Illinois is doing a great job picking up some of these balls, but here, Fecky ends up on top.
Yeah, she put a little extra on that one.
Little heat.
A little heat as Kelly Hunter steps back to serve. Huskers down 2. Nice
Great
dig.
up.
Albright with the one-handed dig, and that one, though, gets away, and the Illini now up 22-19.
That block again of Illinois, this time is Amasic. Look at the hands in there sealing off that hard angle. And given line, they're taking that hard angle, and it's been effective.
Poulter with the serve. Straight down. There was no doubt about it by Brianna Holman there.
On top of the ball, that's what Holman does in this case. And look at her turn. That shoulder takes it and turns it and squares all the way to the corner.
What a match. Just here in set number 2. Nebraska won the first set. Illinois up 22-20 here in set number 2. Somehow that gets over. Almost just protecting herself that time was Hunter, but Illinois comes back, and now they lead 23-20.
And Prince here on this big swing just takes it hard under the hands at Hunter.
Illinois answers back. Emmaline Walters, another freshman out of Huntington Beach, California. Hunter tries to dump it in the back row, doesn't work. And again, the set to the back row to Albright.
Great up again. We're seeing great defensive plays.
Oh, and not able to recover. Just some persistence on both sides, just trying to keep it off the floor.
Sydney Townsend just, again, tough ball. Look at her fire underneath that ball. Keep those shoulders flat and platform underneath the ball. Just a great up.
Hunter. Push a quick right there in the middle to Bastianelli, and it goes out. So Bastianelli back to working her magic in the middle.
No errors in this match so far. She's had 14 swings, 10 kills, hitting .714.
Oh, you don't get much better than that.
Tremendous performance from her tonight.
Serve is long, and the Huskers go up 15-9.
touch on that big swing there by Fecky from the back row. Just misses the hands and goes a little bit long. Gives the ball back to Illinois.
It's a 5-point lead for the Huskers. Jordan Poulter, the 6'2" junior setter, serving. Sweet down the line, and boy, we've seen that before, haven't we?
We have, and I know Huskers don't get tired of seeing it either. Pretty sweet. You can see the middle going to the outside, creates that hole. But Hunter just again making great decisions, putting her hitters in positions to do good things.
You see the numbers for Jazz Sweet, hitting .455 tonight. And a tough situation there at the net. Which side did it fall down on?
I believe on the Nebraska side, came up and on, just didn't quite get her.
John Cook flanked by Tyler Hildebrand and Caleb Banworth, so well known to Husker fans. Oh, and how? Oh, I thought they were going to get it over after the miscommunication.
Wow.
But they were not able to.
Just a communication piece here too. Hunter wanting to take that.
And in, an ace serve for Illinois. So can they get a little momentum back here? Even if they can't climb back in, that momentum so important as Nebraska calls the timeout.
Absolutely. If Illinois can get some things going here, at this point, Nebraska 2 points away, and it's helped her become more effective and help the Nebraska team to a strong lead here in set number 3.
Another great crowd on hand here at the Bob Devaney Sports Center. Nebraska, a leader in attendance in volleyball, sets the standard. There truly is no place like Nebraska. Holman
tooling off that block. Oh, felt it touched Holman here, it looks like. The up official showing that I think it hit Holman on the way out of bounds. It hit the block,
yes,
but caught her as well.
Yeah, caught her hip on the way down, so it will go point Illinois. So again, a little bit of momentum creeping back toward the Illini here. Nice dig. What a nice dig.
O'Brien has just made some phenomenal digs in this match.
And just wide for Fecky, a 5-0 scoring run for Illinois. And we saw them do this in the second set. They took over the lead when they did that in the second set. They have a big hole to dig out of, but they are getting some momentum back here in the third set.
If nothing else, it's confidence, energy going to that Illinois side. Great job there by Fecky to keep that alive, but a free ball to Illinois.
And how about that? That's who Illinois has gone to throughout the match, Ali Bastianelli, and she pounds that one down.
That's her 12th kill in this match, and then when they get a ball in system, she's the go-to girl, and she's able to make something happen.
Back to within 4. Illinois keeping it alive.
Some great defensive plays.
The dump, it works for Kelly Hunter. And it's set point.
And 5 kills for Hunter in this match.
Nebraska had led 23-13 before the run by Illinois. Now they have their first set point here in the third set. And a nice block, but it goes out of bounds, so Illinois able to stave off a set point. But Bastianelli has to go to the bench in the rotation.
Yep, right.
Second set point. The tip shot and the kill to finish it off. Michaela Fecky with the smart decision. Walters to serve for Illinois, down 2. The Huskers up 2-1, and they lead in the fourth. But a blocked, and there's Bastianelli again, and part of that block. Remember, the Huskers won the first set, and they were ahead in the second until Bastianelli got her first block of the game. That shifted the momentum. Illinois won the second set, and Bastianelli can be such a force for Illinois. Really changed the complexion of the game. Long, no touch, point Nebraska.
Here you get to see Ani Albright using her from the back row, and really good bounce off the net, but not something that Illinois was able to finish off.
Huskers lead by 2 with Maloney serving. Holman, nice pickup. Holman again trying to find the floor, and that time O'Brien just can't get to it.
O'Brien has been part of the season, really challenging, pushing, making yourselves better.
5th double-double of the season for the senior Albright.
She's just been such a complete player. We've talked, she moved into that 6th rotation player this year, and she's really embraced that.
Just long. So point Nebraska, the big swing by Beth Prince, and looks like Thomas might challenge that. Chris Thomas going to try to stop the momentum of the Huskers and come out and challenge that.
A touch, not an in or out, the touch it looks like. Yep. So, and sometimes, you know, the challenge, there's certain things you can challenge, and a touch would be one of them. The in and out would be another. So trying to see here, it has to be conclusive. I think it's over the top.
It doesn't appear.
Yeah. I'm looking at the fingertips. It's inside. It's going over to the top of Holman. It's not over Hunter when we saw that other angle. And I think it's over the top of them.
Like you said, it might be just the fact that Chris Thomas is trying to change the momentum, stop the momentum for Nebraska, because it's really been a well-called game. There haven't even been any questionable calls that either coach would think about challenging up until now.
Absolutely, you're exactly right. And I think, too, the officials have done a great job calling the game, and nobody's really been, anything's been controversial at all. And sometimes this challenge is and has been utilized as a timeout opportunity and momentum change.
So you get 3 challenges during the course of a match. We haven't had any, so it just gives Chris Thomas a chance to bring his players over, but Nebraska wins, and they lead 18-13. An overpass. Becky can't get it down, but she'll get another try. No, tries to cut it sharply and just can't get it over the net that time.
She just didn't have time to get back out and get an approach. She got it caught a little bit flat-footed, and
4-point lead for Nebraska. Boy, a lot of great digs for the Illinois defense tonight. And there again is O'Brien. Out of the back row, Albright.
Just great pursuit. Look at this.
Staying with it. How about that?
You want to win this one.
Hunter keeping it alive on the second contact. And Illinois winning a long, long rally.
Amazic finishes it off, but again, just look at that effort going to the corners of the court and that finish, and everybody taking a deep breath. That was a great long rally on both sides of the net.
If you love volleyball, you have to be loving the effort by both these teams tonight.
Absolutely. That's what you want. You never want to go home and say, we didn't give everything we got, and we're getting it from both teams tonight.
So Hunter steps back, and over the course of the match, Nebraska has scored 11 points when Hunter has served. She's been so effective in so many aspects of the game, but a couple of ace serves already. Here we go again. Boy, and just finding a way to the floor that time. A great angle on that shot by Fecky.
Her 17th kill in this match. Keeps that high hand, uses that wrist snap, and gets it to drop in front of O'Brien.
20-15 lead for the Huskers.
Tough set there.
Oh, she had to slide a long way to get position under it.
Over her shoulder.
And then Jazz Sweet terminates.
And we've seen more smiles out of Jazz Sweet tonight than I think I have all season long.
The fans near us are starting to put their jackets on.
Yeah. You know, you got to credit Jazz Sweet with that finish, but Fecky taking that ball over her head, over her shoulder, across the net, and setting up a wheat.
And another block, that time Fecky and Holman combining.
Fecky doing some great things. We talked in the open about what a great night she had last night, and she's continued on pace tonight. Big block there, and a lot of energy.
4 points in a row for Nebraska. On a roll. Nice dig. Fecky keeping it alive. Off the block, though, and Illinois, and a pump of her fist. Beth Prince knowing that's a big play to stop the momentum for Nebraska.
And that was a tough ball for her to handle, and again, to get something out of that, that's a big credit to Beth Prince on making that play.
Holman really nowhere to go with it there. Blocked by Nebraska. Illinois keeps it alive.
Just great effort.
Holman! That's the way you end the play.
Well, and Kelly Hunter, seeing that the middle was down, making that play, she feeds it right up to Holman. You can see right there, Holman's like, oh yeah, and makes the big shot.
And you're right, it's Kelly Hunter making those great decisions time after time. She has so many options, but making the right one to get the play done. And then the overpass, Albright says, I'll take that. And it's match point for the Huskers. And collectively.
Another big block this time. It's again Orr and Janata, the 1-2 tandem that have been a very difficult opponent, an obstacle for the Fighting Illini. Set to serve again is Megan Bizzario. And the California native serve is off. That one hits the top of the net and falls back down. That is the 5th error on the serve for the Hawkeyes. Been pretty even in that category. For the Illini, they have 4. O'Brien on the serve. Or at the set, Sheehan sends this one in. Sheehan again gets the kill, and look out as she records a double-digit kill game here as she gets her 10th. And that's on 22 attacks, as she has certainly been the go-to for this team so far. And the one-handed tapper is going to land with relative ease from Blake Hronika.
And more Hawkeye players out of position there, as these points really haven't been a whole lot, really that hard to come by for Illinois with the mispositioning by the Hawkeyes.
On the serve is Poulter. This is received, and looks like they're going to call the 2-touch violation against the Hawkeyes. Point goes to the Fighting Illini. And you're seeing a bit of miscommunication right now from the Hawkeyes, as a very tough serve leads to a 3-ball for the Illini. Prince taps it over, or sends it back. And that attack from Orr had the Illini defense scrambling, trying to capitalize, but unsuccessful was O'Neal. And the kill goes to Megan Cooney. Some good composure from the Fighting Illini, able to withstand that defensive effort as they all were trying to send it over. They got set, They put that one over with ease from Cooney.
I know it's early in this third set, 9-6 in Illinois' favor, and there's another point for Illinois to make it 10-6, but maybe a timeout to come for Bon Shermansky and his Hawkeyes soon, as you see a lot of confusion and miscommunication by the Hawkeyes.
Good point, Declan. I definitely agree. There just seems to be some just uncomfort being displayed here by the Illini. That one is blocked and sent back out of bounds for a Kelsey O'Neill point, and they're able to stop this run. They are now serving. Bree Orr is set to serve as she tries to stop her team's bleeding, as they were on the receiving end of a very difficult run. They're now only down by 3 here in the early going of the third set. Another kill by Megan Cooney, and she is very quickly tallying up a impressive night. Emmaline Walters gets her first entry into tonight's game, the freshman out of Huntington Beach, California. And her serve is off. And a tough dig there from Molly Kelly, unable to get behind that one, and that's going to be an ace for Emmaline Walters.
Yeah, those are the mistakes you just really can't afford here in a third set when you're down by 6. Let's see if Illinois can push away with this one.
And another error this time. It's a joint error from both Kelly and Orr, who can't keep that one bouncing back and forth, and I think we're going to see Kelly step out after 2 mistakes. She will hit the bench, and in her place will be the sophomore out of Iowa City, Ashley Smith. Not the best night there for Molly Kelly. Walter's serve is off, Orr with the set, and Lewis gets blocked, and it's now an 8-point lead for the Illini, and everything is going the way of Illinois. Not going their way to get some things to build on as they head towards the 4th set. And the one-hand tap is brought over. Orr sends it over the net. This time it's Prince. That one over the front lines, and unable to bring it in is Ashley Smith.
Nice job by the Illinois offense on that play, as Ashley Smith was out of reach from that one.
Serving is Jordan Poulter. She was called with the net violation on the last challenge. Orr sends it right back, and she was going up against someone who's 6 foot. Bree Orr is 5'10", so she beats the height advantage and wins the battle at the net.
Nice job by Bree Orr. Just like how we were talking about out of Poulter, Bree Orr's doing a nice job in front of the net as well.
And Orr, yeah, we've talked about her throughout the coverage this season here for the Hawkeyes, and Orr has certainly been one of those freshmen who have been a huge help. This time the kill is for Claire Sheehan, and this is kind of what we were talking about, Declan. I mean, it's not over now. You're within 6, but at the very least, you want to get some confidence and maybe force to do anything about it.
Yeah, I heard Bon Shermansky talking to his team in that timeout saying, we need something from everybody, not just somebody, everybody. Who will that somebody be? And we will find out here soon in this 3rd set.
Well, certainly helping is Jess Janata, as she's able to record the kill that snaps that 4-0 scoring run. First serving effort here from Taylor Lewis. Lewis has now her 17th double-digit kill game. She's got 10 tonight. And Seth Smith over to Orr. Janata sends it over. This time it's Prince. Dig from Olsen. Set from Orr. Sheehan gets the call. That one gets blocked. And that's a joint effort, but it looked like who got the most of it was Jordan Poulter. (19-11) in favor of the Fighting Illini. Setting is Orr. Janata slaps it over, and that one is brought in by the Illini. Prince Her attack is dug out by Smith. Sheehan gets blocked again, and this time it's the exact same culprit. Poulter in the right place, the right time, sends it right down.
Yeah, one of the best things about Poulter is, as the setter of the team, it's really nice that she has some size. You really don't see a whole lot of length coming out of those setters, and she's able to do it offensively and defensively. Big part of this Illini team.
She's 6'2", and she really can rise when needed. Janata is gonna get another kill, as that one took a tough ricochet on the dig attempt. Sailed out of bounds. I tried to chase that down. We're unsuccessful. 20-12 is the score in favor of the Fighting Illini. Serving is Janata. Just makes contact. Setting is Poulter. And Janata really just at the wrong place and had a hard time on the dig attempt, which is going to lead to the 21st point for the Fighting Illini, rather.
You know, it's funny, I mentioned in that second.
And Bree Orr will serve here for the Hawkeyes. And this one is dug out by Walters. Olsen on the dig. The set from Orr, and Coyle will be just long, and motioning over to her coach is Olsen and Coyle, trying to see if Szymanski will either the points leader. Bastianelli, she's got 13, but in second place for the Fighting Illini, it is a freshman who has been showing a lot of production so far this season. Dig from Sheehan. On the attack, it is Janata. And looks like sending it over is going to be Bastianelli. Or at the set. Lewis sends it over. This one now set by Poulter. And that one is sent back by both Lewis and Janata.
We were talking about not as much production out of Quaid, and on the other side, Taylor Lewis. Taylor Lewis, she does have 10 kills on the day, not necessarily as much as she would have in a fourth set, but she's done a pretty nice job today, as you saw on the nice block that last play.
Unable to dig that one out was Annika Olsen, and the Fighting Illini tie things up at 3. And O'Brien now set to serve. And putting it over is Bree Orr with the one-hander. Taylor Lewis now serves as Iowa enjoys a slim early lead here at 4-3. Lewis gets it off. This one set by Poulter. And a great set leads to an absolutely perfect attack from Blake Veronica. That one she got all of and was real difficult for any Hawkeye to get in the way of.
Yeah, really nice job finding the open space right there.
And we see Megan Cooney, the freshman, step back in. She has tied her career high for kills today with 11. She's one away from an all-new career high against the Hawkeyes. And Orr sends it over again, and don't look now, but Bree Orr just might walk out of Carver tonight with a double-digit match in kills and a double-double, of course, with the amount of sets and assists she's had.
Yeah, always impressive, especially out of a setter when you get more than 10 kills. Nice job here by Orr as she's making her way there.
She had 38 assists and 8 kills. And a kill there for the Fighting Illini, as unable to get in the way of that one is Bizzario. We'll see 2 subs in now for the Fighting Illini as both Emmaline Walters and Beth Prince come in for the Fighting Illini. Beth Prince had her career high kills against Maryland at 14. She's got 6 tonight. Lewis's attack is too much for Poulter to handle. Ricochets off her hands, and it turns into the Hawkeyes' 10th point.
Look for Lewis to get a little more involved here in this fourth set, as you've seen Bree Orr look for her late in this one.
And back in now is Molly Kelly. She was taken off after a couple errors, but it's a great serve that sets her team up. And they capitalize off a strong serve as Taylor Lewis notches another kill for her on the night. That's her 12th. Do it again. Serve is off. This one set by Poulter. And a good dig there from Olsen. Lewis taps it over. And failing to save it is Caroline Welsh. The Hawkeyes notch their 12th point of the set.
Yeah, Welsh just missed that one there. I know it was a tricky play, but the ball just ended up 2 inches to her right.
She threw that one hand out and tried to get a very impressive dig, but as you mentioned, off the mark. And the serve from Kelly is off. This one is sent over by Poulter. Janai taps over with one hand, set by Poulter. And the attack is successful as Beth Prince helps her team stop the bleeding and record their 9th point. It's 12-9 Hawkeyes. Set to serve now is Morgan O'Brien, and she has certainly been a great defensive part of this team. And sending it in with authority is Taylor Lewis. Taylor Lewis, after recording her 14th kill, is set to serve. This one is dug by O'Brien, set by Poulter, and that is a long attack off the hand of Beth Prince.
Yeah, Prince just sending that one too long there. It was a pretty decent pass, just couldn't put it in her wheelhouse was Prince.
And coming in now is for the Fighting Illini rather, Tiana Amazic comes in for her first look. This one is set by Poulter. Amazic, her attack is dug out by Lewis. And a high dig leads to a diving dig attempt, unsuccessful for the Hawkeyes as that one took a bad angle off Lewis. Point goes to the Fighting Illini. Coming in now, the 6'4" freshman out of Topeka, Kansas, Megan Cooney. Set to serve is Jordan Poulter. This one stuck up by Bizarria. Janata will draw the net violation. Iowa extends their lead back out to 5.
Janata's made the most impact tonight so far offensively for the Hawkeyes. The senior has done a pretty nice job here as she looks to take over with a serve for the Hawkeyes.
And the serve now set by Poulter. And the kill goes to Beth Prince. After recording the kill, Prince will step out in place for Drew. And also coming in. And we're going to see some substitutions in for Illinois as both Beth Prince and Emmaline Walters come in. Emmaline Walters, the defensive specialist, the freshman out of Huntington Beach, California, has really come in to serve. And this is a team in the Fighting Illini that usually is on the money when it comes to service aces, but the story tonight has certainly been the errors they've had, as they have had 7 aces along with 7 errors. And it's off. Long dig from Kelly, or though, sends it back over. Or no on the set. Janata with the attack. That one is brought in, set by Poulter. Dig from Kelly. Gonna lead to a one-handed hit by Sheehan. Or now gets the dig. The set from Olsen, and the block will lead to a net violation and a point for the Hawkeyes.
Nice job right there by Bizarrio. She's done a nice job tonight. She's taken on a bigger role here for Shermansky and the Hawkeyes is coming up with a big point there.
Serve from Janata. And the long dig is going to give the Hawkeyes their 6th point. And I think we're going to see a timeout here from Thomas as they find themselves down 2 after the surveys. Serve is off. Set by Holter, and a tough dig there from Kelly brings this one within 1.
And if you're wondering why a timeout was called so early here with 6-4, well, you do get 3 in the 5th set, and it is to 15, so a wise timeout there by Illinois.
And they're going to call that one a 2-touch violation. We're tied up at 6. Illinois, a great timeout, as you mentioned, as they've come right back out and they've tied this one up. Set by Orr. O'Neal on the attack. That one popped up. This one now set by Olsen. It's Sheehan. And Sheehan records her team's 7th kill. That one a little too hot for any Illini to handle. Reagan Coyle comes in, and it's gonna be Orr on the set. Long on the serve, ties it up at 7. That is the Hawkeyes' 7th service error. 7 apiece for both sides.
And Cooney checks back into this one. The dangerous freshman for Illinois.
Set by Orr. And we'll see what the ruling was. Lazario hits that one long. She was pointing over at the Illini team saying it was a deflection, but that's going to lead to a change of sides. Illinois now gets a 1-point lead as the sides switch here for the second half of this 5th set. Holter on the serve, the Illini setter. She, on the night, has a total of 50 assists. Gabrielle Orr, 50 assists. Set here from Orr. And the one-hander by O'Neal is brought in. O'Neal with the block. It's a free ball here for the Hawkeyes, and Orr just sends it over. That one is blocked. The joint effort from both Reagan Coyle and Kelsey O'Neal ties us up at 8.
And a substitution as Taylor Lewis comes back in. Iowa's done a very nice job overall tonight. I thought they've been looking very strong in all areas, Alec, as from blocking to the kills and the passing from Orr. It's looked good as they take on a top 25 team in the nation in Illinois.
Same thing about Illinois. A very evenly matched up. Diving out for that one is Orr. The set from Olsen. And short on that attack is Sheehan. Gives the